I'm going to record. Hello, 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 everyone. We are so excited to be on here with you today. If you are a woman over the age of 30 years old, then you have shown up in the right place because we are going to talk about things that women are dealing with. I don't know about you, but I was having a lot of symptoms that I did not realize were relating to perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. So if you're any of those, or maybe you're like, I don't know, am I? Don't worry, we're going to dive deep into what those symptoms look like so that you can understand if you are even a candidate for a supplement that can help you with this. And Erin, I see you on here. I'm going to make you a co-host to help me keep letting people in the room so that I can focus on doing all the other things. So, hi, friends, I am Tina. 49-year-old grandma who was experiencing, let me just tell you the things I was experiencing. Of course, hot flashes, of course, night sweats, of course, mood and irritability issues, all things I knew were related to my aging body. What I did not know was that I was experiencing extreme dry eyes to the point I went to an eye doctor because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going blind. I had extreme hip pain in one hip. My anxiety was off the charts, and I did not know all of those things were related to me being in perimenopause. And so I'm excited to tell you that I did start using a supplement that helped me get rid of all of those, not just a little, but completely. And so let's dive right in. I don't want to waste any of your time. Let's just dive right in and let's talk about this together. Today, we're going to have the talk that most people don't want to talk about, and that is about the mean friend, perimenopause, that nobody invited to the party, but she just shows up anyways. Now, here is how this is going to play out. If you did not know, I wasn't aware. Did you know you can have perimenopause symptoms for up to 16 years? On average, there are 31 different symptoms that you'll experience. They can start with fatigue, anxiety, lack of patience, emotional dysregulation. Then you have sleep issues, hot flashes, slower metabolism, and the list, look here, it just goes on and on and on. Here is a list of just the top 20 of over 103 possible symptoms that you are experiencing when you were going through these changes. So let's just walk through some of these. And as you're watching, let us know whether you're on Zoom in the chat section or you're watching this live. Let us know which one, or maybe you're like me, you're like, okay, I checked all the boxes for these, right? Hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, irritability, brain fog. Oh, I forgot to mention brain fog. It was so bad I couldn't even complete a to-do list, right? Anxiety was major for me, depression, sleep issues, insomnia, waking up early, sleep apnea, weight gain, slower metabolism, joint pain, muscle soreness, fatigue, low energy. All right, guys. I'm sorry if you're listening, man. Aaron showed up to the party today, so he's going to have to hear it. Vaginal dryness and low libido, right? Your husbands are going to thank me, I promise, when you get on this. Irregular or heavy periods. I always used to say, again, I know it's TMI, but we're just going to talk about it today, that it felt heavy down there. And I didn't know how to explain it other than it just felt heavy and it was painful, right? That's, by the way, it's completely gone. Headaches, migraines, digestive issues, like constant bloating, constipation, hair loss, hair thinning, skin changing, dryness, wrinkles, acne, itching, cold flashes, temperature regulation issues. The list literally goes on and on and on. But for a moment, I want to bring up my beautiful friend, Jenna Bodecker, and she is going to share with you just some of the things she personally experienced and how this product has helped her so much. So, Jenna, take it away.
Hi. Okay. Yes. When I hear that list or I read that list every time, I'm like, my brain explodes. How many of those things are you experiencing? And you're like, well, I'm not crazy. Okay. So I'm a 46-year-old mom. I'm also a dietitian of almost 20 years. I have studied a lot of things, and this is just so amazing. And it reminds me that what we need can often be found in plant or kitchen sources. Doctors used to be botanists. That is one of the reasons I trust so much about this. Okay, my sleep. I was sleeping like I had a newborn again, up and down and all around. I had become so mean and irritable that I was just so mean. I didn't remember ever being that way before. Didn't realize I was depressed and that the anxiety was every day. I kind of kept playing it off and playing it off. Um, I had itchy ears for about 4 years. Um, and I couldn't manage stress really at all. I got overwhelmed. Just it was all just too much. And it didn't seem like anything was really wrong until I started using For Her. That is what this amazing, beautiful supplement is called. And about 2 days in, I kid you not, I felt like the sunshine came out and the black cape that had been like, I had a hood and everything was like dark and dank and depressed and anxious. I didn't even know I was feeling that way until I started using this, and I quit feeling that way. I always feel silly when I say that, but I know somebody out there hears what I'm saying. Like, you just feel weird and you don't even know it until you start to feel better. The itchy ears are gone. Y'all, I have Q-tips in every drawer, anywhere I would sit or lay or be in the house regularly because my ears itch all the time. All I can say is trust it, take it. For Her is for you if you are a lady. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much for popping on and sharing all of your experiences, because I just think people need to hear from other women. Because I don't know about you, how many of you on here that are watching, you felt like you were going a little crazy? Like it kind of makes you feel like you're going a little bit crazy and something's really, really wrong with just you. Like you don't realize it's actually something going on that you can actually control and fix if you get the right supplements in your body. So let's talk a little bit more about this and why they happen. Why are these issues happening? You're having hormone changes, stress and control imbalance, muscle loss, and like literally your metabolism is slowing down. You're nutrient deficient, the inflammation, poor gut health, insulin resistance. You're depleted of collagen. Like there's literally so many things that your body needs to perform at just its regular level. Forget optimal level, but just at the regular level. And we're just not educated on these things because just in general, when we go to doctors, doctors are just taught to prescribe us something that's going to mask what's really going on. And most of us, myself included, don't even realize that there's supplements out there on the market that you can take of in place of some of the medications that you can be prescribed that, can have other side effects that you don't want, right? How many of you have ever taken a medication and gotten a side effect and you're like, oh, well, it's great that it fixed this problem, but now I've got a new set of issues that I'm dealing with. Like if that is you, raise your hand because I totally feel you. So what can you do? That is the question. So let's talk about this for just a minute. And then I'm going to bring up my beautiful friend Lacey, who is going to share her experience going through the perimenopause and what she has used and what is she doing to improve it. So you need to prioritize protein intake. Women, hear me. Women, hear me. Okay. You have got to be getting enough protein in your diet. As a matter of fact, we have a delicious clear protein that is a strawberry flavor. I want you to think of it like a juice, not like a chunky, chalky protein shake. This is a juice consistency that tastes like strawberries, 20 grams of protein in it. And so, well, number one, you need to be getting your ideal body weight in protein a day. Okay. So, like for instance, if I am 130 pounds, then I need 130 grams of protein a day. Okay. And you can do this through supplementation. You also need to be strength training. Now, I'll be honest. When I first heard this, I was like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. Like not interested. No thanks. That's not me. Guys, we're not talking about bodybuilders. And let me just tell you, I've been in the gym now since 2020 with a trainer. You can see me. I'm not a bodybuilder. Okay. We're just trying to get your lean muscle up. And you also need to be, and you heard it in the slide before, you are deficient in collagen. And collagen is all through your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. So you need to be making sure that you have a really good collagen. We actually have a couple of different ones you can choose from. We have a bovine collagen and a marine collagen. Both are amazing. Then you need to make sure that you are supporting your hormone balance naturally. You need adaptogens that can reduce stress and help you guys. You need to be prioritizing healthy fats. Then in the product that we're going to discuss today called For Her, we have these Chinese herbs called Estro G100. And that on top of the ashwagandha that is in this product. And if you don't know, ashwagandha is just an adaptogen, meaning Me, Lacey, Patty, and Jenna could all be experiencing different symptoms that you've seen that we can have, but the adaptogen, the ashwagandha that is in this product is going to help it give Lacey what she needs, Patty what she needs, Jenna what she needs, and Tina what she needs. Okay. Then you've got to get improved sleep. How many of you have felt just completely derailed because you're not getting great sleep? I understand completely. And so you're going to want to make sure that you have things that you're putting things in your body that are helping you sleep better. For her has been a game changer for that. Also, you're going to want to make sure you're boosting brain and your cognitive health. You want to make sure that you're taking a creatine. Now, again, this is one of those things back to the strength training. I'm like, but don't bodybuilders take creatine? Like, why would I need creatine? I don't understand. Guys, women, I'm telling you, if you're 30 years old and you're watching this, you need to add creatine, a good cognitive creatine to your daily regimen that has an alpha GPC and sage extract that's going to help sharpen your focus and memory and provide mental alertness. And then last, but my goodness gracious, certainly not least, is your gut health. Guys, your gut and your brain are connected through the vagus nerve. If your gut health is off, quite literally everything is going to be off. You are going to feel like poo poo. And so you want to make sure you're taking a good pre and a probiotic and a digestive enzyme. And what that's going to do is most of the foods that you're eating today have no living enzymes in them, because when you cook food over a certain temperature, you cook the living enzymes out of it. And then we're eating so much processed food today that our bodies just cannot get nutrients. And then if you imagine your gut like an old pipe just filled with muck and yuck, you've got to get it cleaned up so that your body can communicate that in the way that it needs to get that inflammation down in your body so you start to feel like a new human. So let me bring up really quickly my beautiful friend Lacey. Lacey, why don't you tell them a little bit about kind of what you've been experiencing, your name, how old you are, what you've been experiencing, and how these products have helped you in the areas that we just talked about.
So, hi, my name's Lacey. I'm 43. I'm a homeschool mom. Let me tell you, period time is always like, just skip it. I don't want to deal with this. So, I was one that had major cramping, major bloating, mood swings, headaches. Like, oh my gosh, it was just my husband. Oh, it's time for period. I can tell. So, it was so bad. The headaches were bad. Like I suffered and suffered. And my friend's like, why are you doing this to yourself? So I got my supplements. And I will tell you right now, not only is the bloating down, the headaches are pretty much gone. The cramping I experienced, oh my gosh, it was like night and day with these. So the cramping's gone and I'm feeling so much better. Like I'm sleeping better. I cannot get enough of these supplements. And I'm telling you guys, if you're on the fence, please do yourself the favor and just take that leap of faith, because I'm telling you right now, as a woman, like I'm busy. I got to take care of my kid all day. I can't be dealing with this nonsense. So the for her has been a game changer for sure.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
sharing that. I don't have little children at home anymore. My children are grown, but when the grandkids come over, we got five of them. And the same, it's like I felt exhausted all the time. And I'm like, what is going on? Why am I just exhausted? Right. And so this has just been a game changer for me for the same reason, just being able to be active and playing with the grandkids and in the mix of all the fun. And so thank you for taking the time to share that with us.
Yeah. You're
Let's
welcome.
jump in and share just some more facts about this before we bring on Miss Beautiful Patty. So, here are just some of the products that you just heard me speak about. This is the Clear Protein. It literally has got blood sugar support, muscle growth and repair. It's going to help with your metabolism. When you get more protein in your diet, if you are the one that struggles with being snacky, protein will solve some of your problems. Whenever you have more protein in your diet, the less sugar and bad things that you will want to consume. Not only do we have this clear protein, but it also comes in a one that has energy in it. It's a natural green tea extract energy. And so if you're like, you know what, if you're like me, you like to knock out more than one thing at one time, you're going to be getting your protein and your energy all at one time. Next up, you heard me talk about the creatine plus cognitive support. And so here it is right here. We have it in unflavored, which is what I get. And I add it to a few other products that I use. Or there is a delicious like orange dreamsicle flavor of this as well. that tastes good all by itself. But here are just some of the benefits of a creatine. Not only is it going to help you build lean muscle and support muscle strength, recovery, and endurance, but it's also going to improve your cellular hydration. It's going to reduce fatigue. It's going to support memory, cognitive function, and mental focus. And it's going to support memory with the very first dose. I don't know about you, but that is all I had to hear. And I was like, okay, maybe creatine is for me. And then this is the product that we have been just shouting from the rooftops. But before I tell you any more about that, I want to bring up my beautiful friend, Miss Patty, who is going to share with you her experience, what she's dealt with, and how these products have helped her. So, Patty, tell us.
Hey, everybody, I'm Patty Woodyard. I am 66 years old. Um, Luckily for me, my peri, whatever you want to call it, I never really had a lot of issues until I hit 60. When I hit 60, everything just started going way downhill. Now I know everybody's different, but literally in the last year, I have been the nastiest person in my household. I would jump instead of think about what I would say. Didn't even want to go down to the barn and deal with the horses. Didn't want to deal with the ducks. Didn't want to deal with, I have no two-legged kids. Everything I have has is four-legged. I just literally would just get red in the face and my eyes would get big. And it got so bad when I would wake up in the morning, my husband wondered, okay, do we have my wife today or do we have Badger Patty? That's how bad it got. Hair loss was a big thing for me and dry skin. No matter how much collagen I was taking, and I take it faithfully every day, I was still losing a little bit of hair. And I thought, this is really weird. My skin, the older I got, just was getting drier and drier and drier. Hearing, was having, my husband kept saying, you're losing your hearing. You need to get your ears checked. Well, ever since I've been taking this, I hear more than what he thinks I hear. Sometimes I just, women, sometimes we just act like we don't hear what they're saying because we don't want to deal with it. But my hair loss has completely stopped. My skin is feeling better. And I'm actually motivated to do things. I would literally just want to hide and not do anything. But I've become so motivated in the last week and a half that I actually started working out again consistently. And I joined a challenge with a friend of mine doing 75 hard. So at 66, if I can do it, you can do it too. It's literally a game changer.
Thank you so much, Patty. I love that you were just raw and real about it, because one of the funniest things ever when I started taking it, my husband's never been like, are we getting sweet Tina or not sweet Tina? I think he was just like, that's probably not a line I want to cross. We're just not going to cross that line. She's, we're just not going to cross that line. After I started taking it, he was like, he waited for me to leave. I was going out of town with my best friend. He was like, and he sent me a text. He's like, hey, I just wanted you to know you've been so much sweeter since you've been on this product. I'm like, I bet I am. I bet I am sweeter. Everything in my body isn't going haywire anymore, right? And so I can totally relate to what you were saying. So let's jump in and talk a little bit about what makes this product just so incredibly special. And so I'm not going to read through all of this, but what I am going to tell you is that this is clinically studied. It's a patented blend of 3 herbal extracts proven, you guys, through clinical studies to alleviate menopause symptoms without affecting estrogen sensitivity tissues like the breast and the uterus. I know that is something so many women are concerned with, and so I do not want you to be worried about that. Estrogen works by really the inflammatory response and supporting hormone balance, leading to a significant, for me, it was complete reduction in hot flashes, night sweat, sleep issues, vaginal dryness, fatigue, mood swings, and libido, plus my anxiety, my dry eyes, my hip pain. Clinical trials show it works within 12 weeks and does not impact weight or liver enzymes, making it a safe, non-hormonal alternative for menopause relief. Now, I don't know about you, But I was just somebody that was not interested based on the information that I knew in doing hormone replacement therapy. I just wasn't interested. I was just like, if this is how God designed our bodies, then I'm just going to deal with what happens, right? But what I didn't take into account that God also created plants, and those plants can help us as we go through these changes in life. And then you heard me speak a little bit about ashwagandha earlier, but ashwagandha is just an adaptogen, which is going to help regulate cortisol levels. If you don't know, your cortisol levels are your stress hormone. If there's a lot of stress in your body, you're going to have a lot of inflammation in your body, and all disease is born from inflammation. It's going to help with anxiety and fatigue, which often worsen, just like Miss Patty was saying, and I just shared, as we go through those changes. And it could hit at all different times. I love that Patty shared that, because for me, it was much earlier than 60 years old, right? Like, and then Patty was like, I'm cool as a cucumber. And then suddenly at 60, she's like, bam, not herself anymore, right? And so this is going to help mood stability, energy levels. It's also going to help with weight management. If you are like me and you're like, my God, if my body would just chill out and stop doing all the things that it was doing, you'd be a new person. And so although menopause symptoms are mandatory because we are going to go through it, there's not a woman that is going to not go through these changes. These symptoms, my friends, are in fact optional. And so here's what I want to encourage you to do. If you jumped on here today, or you're watching the replay of this, if somebody sent you the replay of this, get back in touch with the person that invited you to watch this and let them know that you want to get on this product and any of the other ones that we mentioned. We also have a complete system called our Daily Health System that has helped me drop a total of 30 pounds. If you've used the Daily Health System and you've gotten a result, could you let our friends know in the comment section below what your results have been with it? Because it has been life-changing for so many. And that is just the tip of the iceberg of the incredible products that we have our hands on here. And you are going to be so grateful that you jumped in and you got them, because you're going to feel like a new human. And if you're at all interested in having your own affiliate link and earning enough money to maybe even just cover your own products every month, make sure that you let them know that. Because here's the deal. If you decide to partner with us, not only are you going to be a part of an incredibly fun community with plug and play systems. So if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not good at sales or I'm not good at social media, we've got you covered. We take average, ordinary people and we help them get extraordinary results. Okay. We really, really do. So don't be panicked there. But you're going to get discounted pricing for a year. You're going to get to be a part of incredible culture. You're going to get plug and play systems, and you're going to get the benefit of feeling well. And if you're like, you know what, I don't really want to go down that path, being a customer is just fine for me, then we want you to be just a customer. We have tens of thousands of customers, happy customers that are using these products. And we also have a testimony group. So if you want to get in the testimony group where you can see thousands of people who are getting results with the products that just the four of us talked about today, let the person know that invited you to watch this to get you added to that testimony group. And thank you for spending part of your Friday with us. We hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone.